No black man I was ever with ever said that they thought YT women were better than black women. Hell no. It was the opposite. My baby father has 7 brothers, so I heard a lot of conversations behind closed doors from many black men. And I grew up around black people, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. It's very pro-black here. The black people here do not like white people. Most of them don't. They avoid them, and the black people here stick together, and they're way more united here than they are across the United States. Probably here, Atlanta, the DMV, Philly. New York is very pro-black. They're not with the interracial dating. They're not with the interracial shit. New York is actually a very segregated city. And that's because of redlining. I mean, YT people made it that way, and white flight. Black people in New York are very educated and very intelligent and very advanced. And black people here learned that they have to avoid YT people in order to prosper and have success. Remember Seneca Village, which is now Central Park, Black Wall Street. So here in New York City, racial ethnic groups are very tribal. It's a lot of tribalism here, and they like to stick together. Hispanics stick with Hispanics, and then you break it down even further where Puerto Ricans and Dominicans stick together, and Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, and Mexicans stick together, because then you have subsets of Hispanics and they beef amongst each other. Even though DR and Haiti are on the same island, they're beefing. Just like how some Jamaicans think they're better than Haitians, or how Germans think they're better than Polish and Russians, or Italians, Irish. It's starting to calm down a bit now that there's been a lot more mixing, but even Italians only want to get with other Italians as opposed to a Russian or a German or a French. So people here really stick with not only their skin color, but their ethnicity. Like Haitians stick with Haitians, Panamanians stick with Panamanians, Trinis stick with Trinis. There's a lot less biracial children here than it is on the West and the South. The East and the North is nothing like that. It's funny because I definitely did notice way more biracial and interracial kids and relationships in the South when I lived in Georgia. It's not like that up here. It's frowned upon up here. Because of how segregated New York City is and how everybody sticks with their own kind, you're not going to see a lot of that. And when I'm out with my child, people straight ice grill me. And a lot of people don't even fuck with me just because I'm white. Another thing is I'm from Brooklyn. Brooklyn is majority black now. It's been majority black for a while. But whites are actually the minority here, despite gentrification. And yes, it is a melting pot because you have every single group of people from all over the world in this city. However, the melting pot doesn't mix together. You know the type of people that don't like their food touching their other food on the plate? That's New York City. Black people here stick together and they are not inclusive to others, except for like Hispanics and certain other groups, but not YT people. Oh no, they avoid us like the plague. I even have friends who are embarrassed to be my friend because I'm YT and their friends are pro-black, and ask them, why do you talk to that white girl? It's frowned on upon to even be affiliating with YT people here. Okay, it's very different here. Like, I'm literally not invited to the cookout here. Back in the day I was, but now they're not playing that shit. They dead ass. So, all the black men here in New York have made it very clear to me that they see black women as superior. My child's father would constantly tell me how he was embarrassed to be with me because I was YT. Now, I got with him when I was 16 years old. Okay, I was a child. I was raised in Brooklyn. I didn't really understand the politics until I became an adult. All his brothers, his 7 brothers, all said YT women, clear women, are the bottom of the barrel and the last resort. And they're just something to use to fuck on or use to get ahead. They do not take YT women seriously here. We do not want to marry or have children with YT women here. No. I'm pretty sure the DMV and some other East Coast cities, maybe Atlanta, are kind of the same way. And I'm sorry for what a lot of black women have to deal with across the United States. But in New York, that's not happening. The only time a man here does do that is try to put other races of women above his own One, he will be shamed and the community will laugh at him and exile him. Nobody will fuck with him. He will be an outcast. Like, they will eat his ass up they will read him for filth. Cannot just openly be a black man here and say, I prefer other races. It's nobody's jacking that here. That's not acceptable here. The bashing your own race of woman here is really frowned upon. So a lot of them know better than to do it because they're gonna look like a claffy. But they definitely put down YT women all day, saying, oh, YT women look like raw chicken. YT women smell like wet dog. This is the stuff they say about YT women. They say YT women are their last resort, not their first choice, not even their second choice. Their first choice is black women, and their second choice is Hispanic and I guess anything else. But they prefer black women, Hispanic women, and Afro-Latina women here in New York City, especially in Brooklyn. They might experiment and dibble and dabble out of being sex addicts with other races of women, but again, that's not the woman that they plan to actually have children with and take home to their mother. My child's father was not happy that he was having a biracial child with me. I can promise you that. It's really crazy how, like, the region where you're from really matters. I don't know if it's because we're the North and things are a little bit different up here and always have been, even during slavery and Jim Crow. Things were always different in New York. For example, black people here were able to read and write before a lot of others in the United States. So a lot of black people here in New York are highly educated, like very intelligent, very advanced. They own businesses. They're successful. They're middle class. They're buying homes. They're prosperous up north. So I've personally been fortunate enough to not deal with any type of black men bashing black women, but they've all bashed me. They've all bashed me. So